Please be patient with me. And there are a lot of people here, which is really scary, but it's also really good. Big night for you guys, bigger night for you all. I know that many of you work just as hard as your students. You worry twice as much as your students. And so this night is your celebration too. Congratulations. For those of you who don't know me, I'm in charge of the Eagle Academy and a lot of the online learning here at Rita. I've never done any kind of speech like this before. But I Googled bad jokes and I Googled grad speeches and I got nothing. And so I decided I'm just going to give a speech I always wanted to give. And you guys have to sit and clap and listen because we have your diplomas and you can't read yet. Yep. So each of these speeches has a theme about life or civic responsibility or good hygiene. And I just decided I'm going to put my theme out there right away. So take a deep breath. Let me tell you, life is not going to turn out the way you think it is or the way you plan. Part of being an adult will be figuring out how to make it okay. So let me explain. And because I'm old now, I get to say stories like, when I was your age, and I'm going to do that now. When I was your age, I was a girl with a plan. I had conquered high school, I had been accepted to university, and I was ready to realize my lifelong dream of becoming a teacher. And college was fine. It wasn't what I had hoped, but I got through smoothly enough. And like most teachers, my last semester was student teaching. And I was nervous, but excited and confident, and I was really wrong because it was horrible. My student teaching was awful. I almost dropped out of college. 2 months before graduation, I almost left. I will say this, my university professor cried at the end of my student teaching. That was what we were working with. It wasn't good. And I was shocked because things had not gone according to plan. But I thought maybe it was a fluke. I had stuck with it. I got the degree. I got a job. I was ready to go. Except for teaching was really horrible and I hated it. And I hated teenagers and they were mean. So, yeah, you guys kind of are. You want to work on that maybe? I don't know. The worst part for me, very competitive person, I was not the best teacher on campus. I was unbelievably, excruciatingly awful at teaching, in fact. And so for the first time in my life, at the age of 23, my plan was failing completely. I was actually trying really hard and I was having no success. I was miserable. I wanted to quit every day. I cried every Sunday night. And honestly, the only reason I didn't lose my job was because there was another teacher who was worse than me. If you can picture like Fred Flintstone, but with cargo pants and bleached hair. That was Mr. Durfee, and I owe him a lot because without him I would have been fired. He was my diversion from the mess that was my classroom. So there I was. And I had done everything the right way, and nothing was happening the way it was supposed to. And I had to accept that teaching wasn't going to be what I thought. And I'm not independently wealthy, so I had to figure out how to make it okay. I had to stop crying. I had to stop blaming those rotten kids. I admit that I needed to do better. So I spent more time planning and grading. I talked to my students. I got feedback. I grew thicker skin. And I changed my expectations. I began to recognize there are different kinds of success. And I learned that being an English teacher was definitely not going to be about great literature, raising social awareness. I think the first time that really hit home for me was when one of my students physically got stuck inside of a stool. It took 3 of us to get her out, but she's fine now. I found myself saying things like, Jessica, I really don't know why you're surprised that you feel sick. What did you think was going to happen when you ate the hand sanitizer? Joseph, I somewhat understand why you put the staple in your mouth, but I'm very unclear as to how it got stuck in your back teeth. And for the record, I used push pins. I got the staple out, minimal gum damage, and Jessica is fine. She was stronger than the hand sanitizer. So that was teaching. And eventually I moved on from my charter to Desert View, and I grew into a teacher and a swim coach and a mentor and a department chair. I even started to make a little more money. It was nice. My teaching career did continue to involve conversations like, Jonathan, I understand that Michelle was annoying you, but you're not allowed to stab her in the ear with your pencil. But thank you for bringing a pencil. Way to come prepared today. FYI, their friendship's fine. She was oddly unbothered by being stabbed in the ear. I don't know. So 2 years ago, I followed James Palacios over here to Santa Rita to start working in credit recovery, and it has been an adventure, as those of you who've been in my classroom can attest. I'm not even really an English teacher anymore. Now I'm a math teacher, and that is really hard. And my job here is actually a million times harder than I thought it would ever be, and part of being an adult, and what I've been doing, is learning to make it okay, even when it feels like Algebra 2B is impossible, and I can't even catch my breath. I have been lucky enough to have students that have educated me here. I learned how to properly say, "Girl, what you do?" That's for you, Dario. I can tell you what it means to be extra or fire. Apparently, I throw a lot of shade. And I have said the phrase no words so many times it should be inscribed on my tombstone. So the point is, teaching is nothing like I thought it was going to be, and my life has in no way turned out the way I planned, but I can honestly say that I'm okay with that. I figured out how to more or less make things work. My job makes me laugh every day, and I don't cry every Sunday. Sometimes my students are mean, but I've learned to ignore it or be mean back. Depends on the situation. And I'm not as broke as I used to be, so there's progress. 12 years ago, as I started my career, everything felt like it was over before it even began. I was a horrible teacher, and teenagers were horrible people. I stuck with it, and things have worked out. They've become okay. So now we've reached the advice part of the speech. When things fall apart, and they will fall apart, you don't get to lay down on the ground and quit life. You're adults now. Have a good cry, say some no words, and then start figuring it out. You'll think life isn't fair, and you will be right. So what? You still have to deal with whatever the problem is. You might say, he's a terrible person, she's a liar. Maybe that's true, but oh well. You can't control that, and you can't change it. The one thing you can control in your life is you. What are you going to do to make things okay? Could mean swallowing your pride and apologizing, asking for help or offering someone help even when it's inconvenient, admitting that something was a bad idea or realizing a relationship just isn't working out, taking a huge leap into a new career, a new school, or what you're doing tonight, a new part of your life. Things won't be perfect, and they definitely won't stick to the plan, but you'll figure it out because you have to. Some days are going to feel like failures, so get up the next day, try to do it better. Now we're going into the sappy part. Get ready. I have a favorite affirmation, and it's not anything groundbreaking, but it's good. You will find your home. You will find your place. You will find your people. Give it a little bit of time, but it will happen. The people surrounding the stage will always be your people, but Santa Rita is no longer your place. You've earned your diploma, and with that, the freedom to go and find your new home. So be happy and be well. Work hard and be honest. Do things that make you proud and try not to be a jerk. Be kind to yourself. And in this last moment, as a high school student, know that you are loved. Congratulations.
We're videotaping with her camera.
We are Academy teacher, and because of you, you touched so many lives, and without you, we wouldn't do it. So thank you so much for